Calls. Calls chronicles a series of phone calls, seemingly uneventful at first, that quickly become unsettling as the characters face terrifying experiences. This mystery and drama series of 9 episodes has an original format where the different stories are showcased as phone calls, which are interesting and well realized that keep you in suspense. This format enables the viewer to use its imagination as he or she listens to the story. We give this series 3 stars out of 5. Dom. Dom tells the story of Pedro, a boy from Rio de Janeiro's middle class who is introduced to cocaine in his teen years, putting him on the path to becoming the leader of a criminal gang that dominated the tabloids in Rio in the early 2000s. This Brazilian crime and drama series of 8 episodes, based on true events, is interesting, entertaining, and emotional with some shocking scenes. The scenography that includes vistas of Rio and what the favelas look like in the inside, among others, is good, together with good performances from the entire cast, which are credible and realistic. We give this production 3 stars out of 5. Fatma. After committing an accidental homicide, Fatma is swept away by a series of terrible coincidences that force her to keep killing in order to protect herself and survive. She has led a very hard life, and this new phase in her life serves to free her and leave behind years of pain and struggle. This Turkish drama, crime, and mystery series of 6 episodes is interesting, emotional, and full of suspense, with an entertaining story together with good performances and a scenography. So we give it 3 stars out of 5. Generation. The series explores the modern sexuality of a diverse group of high school students that tests some deep-seated beliefs about life, love, and the nature of family in a conservative community. This drama series of 16 episodes has a fun, entertaining, realistic, and interesting story without that many cliches of similar productions. The story is not that original, as there are similarities with other shows like, for example, Euphoria and Sex Education. The performances of the entire cast, the soundtrack, and set designs are all good, so we give this production 3 stars out of 5. High-rise invasion. High school student Yuri Honjo finds herself lost in an abnormal space where countless skyscrapers are connected by suspension bridges and masked figures mercilessly massacre their confused victims. This anime, horror, and mystery series of 12 episodes is entertaining, with a confusing and complicated story during the first episodes, but as it progresses, you eventually get to understand what the hell is going on and what it all means. We found kind of creepy the fascination of the animators of showing the female characters' panties in most episodes. Maybe it's an example of Japanese humor. We give this series 3 stars out of 5. Katla. A year after an eruption of the subglacial volcano Katla, mysterious elements emerge from the melted ice, with unintended consequences for the inhabitants of the small village of Vik. This Icelandic drama and thriller series of 8 episodes has an original and interesting story that keeps you intrigued, but sadly it has plenty of ridiculous, dull, and boring parts that spoil the show. The performances, scenography, and special effects are all decent, and overall, the series is worth watching, so we give it 3 stars out of 5. Lizzies Story. 2 years after her husband's death, a series of events caused Lizzie to begin to relive strange realities about her past that she had repressed and forgotten. This mystery and drama miniseries of 8 episodes is complicated, somewhat confusing, and honestly speaking, hard to follow. There are slow and predictable parts as the story unfolds. The performances are decent, with average set designs and special effects. Because it's an overstuffed series, making it hard to appreciate it, we give it 2 stars out of 5.
Loki. Loki is brought before the mysterious organization called the Temporal Variation Authority after stealing the Tesseract during the events of Avengers Endgame of 2019, and is given a choice to face elimination of reality or help against a greater threat, whereby Loki ends up traveling through time, altering human history.
This science fiction and fantasy series of 6 episodes, part of the Marvel Universe, is entertaining enough to watch, but far from being spectacular. It's simply put, just another Marvel series made for fans that keeps you interested if you follow the Marvel stories. The scenography, set designs, special effects and performances are all okay, so we give this production 3 stars out of 5.
Modoc. The series centers on an egomaniac supervillain with a very large head and a very small body who struggles to maintain control of his evil organization and of his demanding family.
This animated comedy and science fiction series of 10 episodes, part of the Marvel Universe, is meant for a more adult audience, as there is plenty of foul language and double-meaning graphic humor not apt for children. The story is fun and humorous with well-made stop-motion animations, so we give it 3 stars out of 5.
Panic. Teenagers compete in a dangerous game in which they may have the opportunity to earn a lot of money in order to escape their small rural town.
This drama and thriller series of 10 episodes captures your attention on the first episode, but as it progresses, the story becomes dull, as you can't feel the panic emotions of the characters participating in the game anymore, and the series becomes more of a mystery-solving show. The performances and set designs are decent, but as told, the series loses its appeal in the end, so we give it 2 stars out of 5.
Welcome to Utmark. A new, optimistic teacher moves to the village of Utmark, a secluded place where everyone knows each other, hoping to start over, but will soon realize that the only person behaving remotely mature in this village is a 12-year-old girl. This Norwegian comedy and drama series of 8 episodes is overall fun to watch, with good humorous situations and with a story that gives you new surprises as it unfolds, keeping you interested. The performances are good, together with a pleasant scenography and cinematography that complement the atmosphere that the series creates, showcasing the ruggedness of the natural environment, the state of the village, and how hard it must be to live there. We give this production 3 stars out of 5.